Hola. So I was just doing kind of a candid video like I used to do back in the days. Can you get out, please? Can you get out, please? Can you go? Go lay down. Go lay down. So I just wanted to share a little bit about my life and my thought process that I was having today in this moment. I had kind of a rough morning. My son had a meltdown, and if y'all don't know, whoever's following me about my son, he has, or we think he has high functioning autism or some communication disorder, some bullshit, whatever. But he can be a version of me at my worst, which in turn makes the version of the worst of me come out. So I had a little bit of a breakdown myself with my husband, my son today. And just, you know, in those moments or after those moments, I want to start doing it before the moments even start. At least with my son, I can do it with other things, but with my son, like, fucking anger it's me. I'm looking at me, arguing at me. It's lovely, but you know, it gets you spiraling. Like, am I a good mom? The fear, you see all your fears in them. You're supposed to be the adult. You're supposed to be the one that acts right, and sometimes I don't always act right. Sometimes I'm not the best mom in the world. I'm just learning. Like they say, the whole parenting thing does not come with a fucking manual. I wish it did. Hell. Anyways, I just thought I should share that. I thought I should just be real about, like, my emotions that I go through every day. It's hard living fucking life. Life fucking, I was about to say life fucking sucks, but it doesn't. Life is beautiful. But see, this is what happens. Like, you have these moments that, like, just make you go, why does it have to be this hard? Why does it have to be this frustrating? And there's moments that it's not this frustrating. And I get it. I say it all the time. If life was always easy, like, what would be the point of it, right? You can't have the happiness if you don't have the lows. But, like, at the same time, you know, some of those lows, like, I just feel so bad. I feel so bad for not doing the right thing or always being in the, you know, the perfect mom. And I know that I'm not, but I know, like, I know how much I affect my son, because the reasoning he is like the way that he is because of how I react. And so to, like, control those reactions, like, this whole summer thing, people, is really much for me. Like, hopefully he's old enough, and I love my son, that he can go to camp for like 2 days a week next year. Because, I mean, I'm gonna be real. There's only so much mental space that I can hold in this head for frustrations. I'm growing here. I'm growing, people. Definitely not perfect. This whole mom thing is very interesting and very challenging. But, you know, I wanted a child, and I wanted a child for many reasons, but I wanted a child. I mean, I asked God before my son was born. I may have said this in other videos, that whatever I have, my son, whatever happens, I want to use him for your purpose. And I know that I have to grow in order to teach him. I mean, I totally, in my imagination, picture him being super successful when he grows up with teaching and helping people. Everything that I've learned, I can teach him, and I can help change this next generation by him and myself, and him seeing me, you know, conquer through these successes, and seeing me try to do the best I can and just be real with them, you know, and teach him. And that's, like, the greatest gift ever. But it is motherfucking challenging as fuck. Okay? Because I have my own pressures, but I'm a human being, and I have moments of not being the, you know, I'm being exactly what I need to be, but I have moments of, like, knowing in the moment that I can be better and I can do better, but I can't control myself. And my son, at the same time, is the same way. Sometimes he just can't control himself. And so, it just, you know, you put a lot of pressure on yourself. I shouldn't put pressure on myself. I should just do the best I can. And that's what I'm doing. But, you know, I'm just learning as I go, you know. And sometimes I feel alone in it, but I know that there's people out there that are going through this awakening process, or just being a parent, or just trying to live life, and you're just doing the best you fucking know how to do. And it can be frustrating because you know that you could do better. But you don't want to live in this, knowing that you can do better is striving for it, but you don't want to live in this guilt of saying you're not good enough. Can you go lay down, please? Go, lay down. Even they give me a fucking hell. I'll be yelling at my dogs outside, and they'll just look at me like, yeah, bitch, I heard you. I heard you yelling our name. We ain't listening. Like, but yeah, like, just, man, parenting, it's like I have this little being, this little human that I have created, all the good, all the bad, and you just want to give them the best life ever, but you're just growing yourself, and you're just like, hopefully I don't fucking screw this up. For real. I know that my purpose here is to teach him and to teach others and to share my journey, but at the same time, you know, you put a lot of guilt on yourself. And man, this morning was not the greatest side of me. I feel like I just need a break sometimes. This whole, like I said, this whole summer thing, like mentally, I'm just not always so good at keeping my shit together without having like at least a few hours a day to just unwind. If it's exercise, if it's just being by myself, like I just like totally by myself. I'm so fucking blessed that I am basically a stay-at-home mom, and I have lots of time by myself. During the summer is rough, and I think whenever Jackson was growing up and I was at home and I was having to deal with it all myself, that's why, because I had like no moments by myself. It was just a lot. And then I spiraled the fuck out of control with just being depressed. And throw a little autism, sprinkle some autism on top of that, and some sensory processing disorder, and being overweight, and having these like family issues, and just trying to smile all the time. Like, no wonder I got where the fuck I was. And I didn't even realize, like, now I'm looking at it, but I didn't even realize that shit back then. I just knew that I was fucking going nuts. And I couldn't handle it. And I didn't know what to do other than smile and shove food in this fucking mouth. I'm just being real with y'all. Hopefully you get something from this. Sorry, I'm just trying to get it to focus, but holler for a motherfucking dollar.
When you let them all say amen, I'm just trying to make it clear, man, I'm a great man. Well, say brand, I play a whole late night, DJ amen, room full of lovers, tell them give me cover, did up, number one, hit the cover, west side, you do what you do, and you got
The banana dance. Let me see your dance. I do it bigger. I super chubby. Can you do the robot? It's a Fortnite dance. Why are you doing the Fortnite